rubbing. Shout it, he'll pop on anybody. Shout it, don't care about rubbing your ass on camera. Nigga better ask about me. Nigga, I take your chain, bitch. Nigga, I take your main, bitch.
All right, let's go to the Tana experience. Tana's back. You know, it's been about, Tana is back, okay? But also, so is Brooke. We haven't seen Brooke in so fucking long. It's been, like, you know, just very uncomfortable, okay? To see, like, two friends give up on each other. Which isn't a shocker. You know, I was reading a lot of the snark. I was reading about, like, you know, the issue at hand. And people were like, how is Tana going to give up on fucking Brooke after, like, she's done the same things? Tana's got herself in plenty of different allegations where, you know, her favorite word, the N, came out of her mouth. Fucking super clean, man. Clean. We're going to go blue for this. Got, you know, 1,000 remotes on my table for crap lights. Okay, nice and blue. But it has been kind of weird. And I looked at the last canceled episode, and the comments were fucking clapping her cheeks. They were not happy with Tana. Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying, like, I'm a woman of color. I watched the show, and I think it's nasty, Tana, that... Here we go. As a black woman, I wonder how you could leave your friend when the whole world is against them, knowing you were in the exact same position a few years ago. 5K likes. Good stuff. But people were clapping, you know, Tana's cheeks in here. Tana canceling her friend over bad tweets, knowing what she has tweeted is hilarious. So it's beautiful. Everybody's banding together just to step on Tana's fucking good time. Ruin her vibe. So that's probably... And they were also saying, they're like, you definitely should have had Brooke come in here. Brooke should have been the one apologizing. So hopefully she's learned her lesson. You could already tell Brooke's got that sad bullshit face on right now. She's got the long hat. What's up, Cocktail? What's up, S-Far? Oh, I can't even breathe.
Hello and welcome.
Shady says, Gen Z isn't as cool as it likes. Only who's relevant, not niche. Yeah. It is wild. The only way you do get any type of, coverage or, exposure is if you jack somebody right, okay? I got to find that right person to, promote me, man. Put me on the... No, I don't need that. Because if I do, I'm actually don't even want to ever get any bigger, because if I do, I'm going to have a lot of problems. Be scared out of my mind. People are outside the house with the fucking gun looking for me in the windows. Anyways, let's catch up with this.
Welcome back to the Canceled Podcast. I'm like...
So we have terrible quality already. Now they have a whole production here. They got a whole fucking production. Yet we still have yet to figure out, I don't know, how to fucking focus our cameras. I can't even see. These glasses are becoming useless. Now you can see my blue eyes. I don't even think they're showing up as blue.
Do you see her?
But here she is. Tana's going to reveal her friend. Now, you can tell she's got that fake cry, pout bitch shit going on right now. I'm not into it. Like, come on, dude. You got to come back and, come back with energy. You think anybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, she's back. Dude, you're killing my vibe. You're making me sad. Brooke is supposed to be, like, the better part of the show, the better half of it. This is Tana's show. Tana's a hype beast, right? Everybody loves Tana for all that accoutrement, them junks up there. Looks like Tana's been slowing down on the Ozempic. Spread the word.
Hello and welcome back to the Canceled Podcast. I'm like, do you see her? See? There she is.
Oh, here she is, all glistened up. Now, not the last episode, but the episode before, Brooke had all this shit on her face. And I was like, what's she all dolled up for? She got herself looking like she's soaking wet with, like, the rain outside all over her fucking face, dripping with slime.
I'm like, do you...
She looks very slimy right now.
See her? See?
Here she is, cry face. And she's lying. She actually got makeup to make her look like she's been pouting before the show. She's actually laughing because she's looking at, like, some... fucking, some type of, like, cool story about Hitler or something. She's like, damn, man.
He's there.
Fucking banger.
There she is, y'all.
Yeah, squash the rumors. I am not yet kicked off the Canceled Podcast.
Well, okay? It's going to happen. It always happens. Friends always break up. and then they make up. But I think that there will be a big breakup. She's looking super slick. She's almost reminding me of Haley Road Bieber. You ever seen Haley Road Bieber and her little like facial fucking vacuum machine? She uses some type of thing for her skin. When she gets done, she's like completely like looks like all her skin, the top layer has been burned off, and there's like just that slick first degree burn, oily part of her skin left.
Dude, so first of all,
Tana's looking fucking like she's got Munchausen's right now. Spread the word.
I am not yet kicked off the canceled podcast.
dude, so first of all, I was just in Europe, and a couple days ago, I shot an episode with Paige and Amari, and I said everything that I'm about to re-say again. But then,
Oh, so we'll never see that episode unless it's going on like some secret platform. Tana's
and obviously, I
OnlyFans.
flew home, and I was like, "Why am I gonna put out another episode that's just gonna like fuel these rumors more and like get a
Yeah.
bunch more hate?"
People
And like,
think we're really beefing.
You are. Okay. Tana won't even look her fucking
I
direction.
mean, obviously, that just comes with this whole thing, you know, that
Yeah.
people think a bunch that's untrue. But this is definitely one of the heights of that in my entire life. Like just opening my whole phone and every single thing I read about me, you, and us in this podcast just being like the furthest possible thing from the truth. And I can like re-say all of that.
What does that even mean? I mean, like, what is she talking about? Is there some mystery we don't know about? She got in trouble for saying racist shit. You should have just been like, I said it. What are you going to do? Square up, bitch. I don't fucking give a fuck. Fucking damn it. I mean, for Christ's sakes. You know, the prep and all this shit for when everybody gets canceled. I'm so sick of people, like, only caring and, like, you know, changing their ways after they've been busted. Like, how many times people in a backseat of a car with a lot of drugs everywhere in the car, and they're like, oh, my God, if the cops don't find this, okay, I will do whatever, okay, I'll be a good boy. Praying and begging. That's the same thing that happens with anybody that gets canceled. All of a sudden, they're like, they are in a little pissy mood. They're bitching. All their apologies are the same, just reworded. I don't fucking buy it. Same with Ethan's. I know that he wants to fire AB, okay? No fucking chance he does it. I'd push him in front of a car.
I was gonna just post that episode,
in Minecraft.
but I felt like talking about it with Paige was kind of like gonna cause the same problem as it did last
Yeah,
week.
we've had a little bit of issues with Paige. Paige is getting really badly bullied.
It's really
Wow. And it's like the tables have turned. Now Paige has like something wrong with her called a bad attitude.
frustrating.
I'm just kidding. Paige isn't that bad. She just like kind of like I could smell her through the last episode. I could actually smell
To me
Paige.
because it's like I thought in the previous episode that I made what I was saying about
See, Wild Things gets it. She says AB needs to be fired. I mean, dude, line them up. Bring on Avery. I need more
abundantly
Avery
clear, but and not to go like all third person narcissist on you.
because he's the only reason the show was like fun. The last time it was fun on that show was when Avery came in like a monster, slammed double fists on the table, was shaking, could barely breathe, was having a mental break. Came out of nowhere. Nobody even knew he was there. Showed up out of nowhere.
When has Tana Mojo ever said anything and made it abundantly clear and didn't get misconstrued and people completely understood her point and yada yada? Like
I fear I make some bad points sometimes too.
Wow. And Shady says Brooke is cooked. Brooke does look like depleted. She's gone through like the 7 ciphers of hell. Or like Dante's fucking lessons on fucking how to, erase your mind from the troubles of the past. I don't know what I'm even saying, but there's a cup for sure right there. But Tana does look like she's pretending right now, or she's been going through it. The Reddit really has been tearing her apart, okay? She actually has been found on there. People found her Reddit account. So she started actually like, just owning to it. She's like, that's me. I would never own to it. I'm going to be like, you don't know what I'm doing, okay? You don't know if that's me.
Stood to her point and yada yada.
But she's been eaten alive. I think the best thing that ever came out of her being on the show is that people have related to her looking like Spider something, okay? It's some type of animated spider thing. It's very
I
scary.
fear I make some bad points sometimes too.
Hey, but
Also, Brooke's head's huge. You guys ever seen the video of Brooke being like, my head is not huge. It's big, okay? Brooke Schofield. You're funny. Is this it? Is this the big head video? video. That's not it. Oh, let's just type big head. Big head. Of course. I mean, it's not going to fucking pop up when I want to fight. Here it is right here. People are like, yeah, right. How do I get to this actual video? Oh, okay. This is it.
You've never even met me. How are you going to tell me my head's big when you've never even met me? For all you know, I could be 7 feet tall.
Like, yeah, if every single TikTok is me going like this, yeah, I look.
Oh my, yeah, that's nuts. If I did that shit, my head would actually look smaller. I'd look more like a fucking freak. Look at her right now, man.
Like I'm just one big head, okay? Just a big old head. But seriously, like, how do you know how big this head is? You don't know. You don't. Look at this loose hat. Look at my enormous head next to this regular sized cat. My head is proportional.
Pretty big to me. Pretty big to me. It's fucking massive. They'd call it a mollywhopper in the South. They'd call it a mollywhopper. Munchausen's disorder, yep. Munchausen's disease. Brooke's head. Where is this video? There it is.
All I was trying to say in that episode was, I'm giving Brooke the week. Like, I want Brooke to have the week.
Yeah, right. It's been longer than a week. Well, actually, it probably hasn't. These aren't live. I always forget. This is fucking pre-recorded, like a couple liars.
Yeah.
When I see anything pre-recorded, I'm like, fucking, what are you hiding? You can't do this like live or in all one take like Royce did. Royce was throwing up all over his hand in that video we watched earlier. No worries at all. Being his real self, and I respect that. I admire. That's an admirable trait. Fuck! I can't even talk. And it says lizard-looking, even with work done. Yeah, you can tell she does have the lizard-like look.
Yada yada. Like
I fear I make some bad points sometimes too.
Hey.
And Tana just be looking like fucking stupid, man. What does this shirt say? Only can I don't. There's something else. It says only something can cancel me.
But all I was trying to say in that episode.
Her jonks are hiding it.
Was I'm giving Brooke the week. Like, I want Brooke to have the week. Obviously. Yeah. So then Paige subbed in for that episode, and all of the fucking comments are, we want Brooke. You're replacing Brooke. You just jumped ship so fast. Yada, yada, yada. And it was literally just one.
Tana just fucking crashed and caved to the orders of the audience. I love it, man.
Yeah. And I also want to be clear. It wasn't because the way it sounded was almost like Brooke needs a second, or needs a week. Like, I just wanted to really intake the situation and understand what was happening. And it just didn't feel appropriate for.
Don't even talk, Tana. Shut up. It's her time. Once again, she's butting in.
Sit down on the couch.
And Tana's got something to say. She's acting like Dan from H3. Remember how Dan was like, what? When we watched the last Ethan apology about him, trashing AB and putting him in his place. Letting him know his days are numbered. Ethan came on the show the next day. Members stream became a entire stream for everybody to see because he had to come clean with his say a sorry and acknowledge him being a piece of shit.
So soon.
And it still hasn't changed with that extra footage. I just think it made it worse. But Dan comes in, he's like, wait, I got a philosophy. There's more to be seen here. It didn't help. It actually made Ethan look worse.
And it just didn't feel appropriate for me to sit down on the couch so soon.
I said this in the episode that we shot, and I'll probably keep referencing that, but I'm just reiterating how I've been feeling. And call me the fucking villain for saying this, okay? People might not like what I'm going to say right now.
I was going to say the N-word.
But I think that the situation was very...
Hold on. That's what she's gonna say.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you and I sat down and filmed an episode and it went out and we were just on the couch talking about anything at all.
Yeah, I think it would have been really distasteful.
Okay, well then when we have these revelations, it's always after the fact. It's always like when somebody accidentally shoots their brother playing with the gun in the house. They're like, oh, if I didn't have it in my hand, it would have never happened. Spread the word. He's dead everywhere. The brains are everywhere.
So angry at
And, Tana's like, if we're damned, we do. There's an episode of Goosebumps when he said, you better join him or join him. I can't remember what it said. It was one of them classic, sayings back then. Can't beat him, join him.
So then it's like you film with.
I mean, you should have just fucking had her on the show then. If this is your your hypothesis after the fact, she's been canceled plenty of times to know that, like, you're going to come back. You knew Brooke was going to come back. Just have her come back. Putting her in timeout, what does that even fucking do? Brooke was still posting.
Like, it was just one of those where I felt like it's like.
Yeah, and we should clarify beforehand.
No,
like, Tana and I, obviously, we were communicating about it, and I told her, I'm like, listen, I understand you need to say that what I said was wrong. Of course, because it was so wrong.
And I even said in it, like, I'm not coming at this from a holier-than-thou perspective.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sitting here with the gavel saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, that I get to condemn anyone. But it's like, I don't know, people just took it that way. And
no, I mean, it looked that way. I mean, if we watch it, Tana has, like, a fucking infomercial. Like, in the first part of her episode, it literally, like, was an actual cut. Like, it wasn't even part of the show. It was, like, a pre-roll. What's the fucking show called? Canceled podcast. Criminy. Here it is right here. Look at this intro right here. Look at. This is who they were making fun of, Brooke. I mean, what's her name? Kelsey or something? And then Tana came in. The worst part is that Tana came in with her eyes gone. She had no eyes in. She had little rodent eyes.
have a take on.
Like everything. Is this called contour? What is this called? Like, it looks like somebody like was playing games in the makeup room.
Brooke's tweets. I'm not a perfect person, and my hands are not clean in any of this. You guys have known forever about my old tweets that I tweeted in 2013.
Whatever. So it's like the tone of it's like she's like, it ain't my friend. That ain't my friend no more. We're done.
I know. It was just honestly a lot. It was a lot of people coming from a lot of different directions, rightfully so. But I did, like, it's a frustrating feeling to feel like so misunderstood, especially like our dynamic.
I just want to say no one's getting fucking canceled off the Canceled podcast. And I have said this and will always say this. I truly believe that this podcast has amassed the success that it amassed because of our dynamic. And forgive me, it's not a word police, but our dynamic is irrecreatable. And I am not a word. And I'm
but there is a word for that, so we gotta find it.
And we
wow, all she had to say was irreplaceable.
But I just think it's irrecreatable.
I think it's irreplaceable. Wait,
yes, but like it couldn't be recreated with any other two people.
It's the same fucking thing, dumbass.
Okay.
And I'm
Tana's big words today. Tana's fucking, really her gears are churning in that head.
so well aware of how special that is, and what you and I.
And she was pissed too. She's like, Brooke, shut the fuck up. You want another week off? This time you'll get hit.
I've been through together.
I bet she made Brooke stand outside the whole time, Survivor style, standing on like one of them poles for a week straight.
On and off camera, on and off stage, just in life in general. I think most people would fucking blow up in flames. And I think we have somehow come out of it with the strongest trauma bond, sister bond money can buy. And I wish so badly that people didn't do what they do to our relationship online, because it is very highly damaging.
It's hard
to read a million things that aren't true about how, like.
Well, that just shows, like, imagine your relationship being based on what you read that people don't know about you, right? I mean, like, Tana's pretty much saying, like, yeah, you're my friend all the way till the end, friend. All right? But I have been reading things online. I've been having a little bit of second guessing, okay?
You know what I mean?
Easily swayed. Do you think a real friend would, like, fucking care what anybody says online?
But
this friendship is very nil.
It's so strange because you almost start to intake it and it like starts to become true, because it's like if I'm reading 1,000 comments that say like Tana hates Brooke, all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, Tana hates Brooke.
Yeah, and it's like it's just
not natural. This isn't something that like most
it's not that I'm bitching about
through.
it, because it comes with fame, it comes with money, it comes with this shit. I understand that, but I can also recognize that sometimes that is emotionally incredibly difficult to handle.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just one episode, and then I had to fuck off for a second. Like, and I'm really sorry shit's late, but it was that or the ward, folks.
I feel bad.
Shady's saying RIP the canceled podcast. I doubt. I mean, this show's fucking the numbers already bullshit. When did this come out? Was it yesterday? Still, I mean, they're clapping the cheeks on a lot of these other podcasts.
That I kind of dragged.
But it is a hype thing. I don't think that they're going to, if anything, it's going to make them fucking even more watched, okay? I'm sure there's a heavy snark community that goes after them.
You back into it because
I don't consider myself snark.
Obviously, you've done your whole, I
consider myself judgmental.
You've come back from like all of your scandals and cancellations and stuff, and I feel like I kind of like
I've made apology videos for my apology videos, and I did that too. Yes. And I am fine.
What, you don't like her junks? Shady doesn't like her junks.
For my apology video.
I mean, they look better than Tana's. Tana's like a fucking shapeshifter. You know, I see her sometimes, like, she'll be doing these elaborate pictures on Instagram. Her gazoingas are fucking shooting out of this fucking world. They're about to take off and go to outer space. Right now, they're looking stupid. Looking like my chest. Which is nasty to say. I don't repeat it, but Brooke did just get a new set.
And obviously, I appreciate everyone who's holding me accountable.
I don't look down, okay? I always keep my eyes up.
I know how horrible it was. You know what I mean? Like, and I knew how horrible it was even before it, blew up in my face. But I mean, obviously, it's like a just shitty situation.
I was wondering what that sound was. I forgot they got problems.
And I felt
okay, they got a nicotine addiction.
That so many people were hurt by it.
And you know for sure Tana's on like a quarter of Vyvanse right now, trying to keep that quarter lasting with that hit of nicotine.
But also like, you know what? Like I needed to be held accountable. And
obviously how do I say this? Well, I guess what I'm wanting to say is like, I'm fucking proud of you. I think that you like stood at the forefront of all of this, and you are willing to continue to, and you understand that there will be a lot of people that won't forgive you, but you also will never stop trying, and
yeah,
I appreciate that.
Well, that's your damned if you damned if you don't statement, right? Like Brooke fucking needed that money. You think she was gonna not say anything? She had to make up a fake up. You know, she had like 3 people rewrite that script.
You are willing to continue.
I don't think that was the words from her heart. At this point, she's probably exhausted of this stuff. It's going to come out again, too. It's not over. They're going to find even more terrible things. Brooke's drawings from elementary school. Demonacy, okay? Her, like, cutting into the teacher's chest with a knife.
Understand that there will be a lot of people that won't forgive you, but you also will never stop trying, and
yeah,
I appreciate that.
I spoke about it a little bit on TikTok, but like there is like honestly a typical like PR formula, obviously, for this kind of situation.
I think this is being a more human. I
did feel like really remorseful, and like it sucks that like, I put out my first apology and it was like so hyper emotional, and I pretty much said all the wrong things, you know what I mean? But it was like, wow. That was truly like my natural.
And most people don't get a second chance. Okay. She did what we call like, take backseat. She's like, wait, the first one I wasn't ready. Imagine that. It's like GTA right there. She died and came back. Like, had another chance at another day.
Everything that has come after that is just like how it's really happened for me. But I don't know. Like it didn't make sense for me to just like ignore. Like I couldn't have ignored it because it was like I feel so much shame over that already, and I have felt.
I keep thinking this is a person, Slender. What if something was inside this thing? The drape drops. Okay, some type of creature.
Shame over that, and like these tweets aren't like something that's new to me. I've known about them. You know what I mean? So it made me feel like just horrible, like, and I wanted to make sure that people knew. And like, of course, I know like how much I've changed and how much like my thought processes like have changed since I've grown up and got away from, Arizona and my family and stuff. And like, I can't expect everybody else to know that, but
I said this on the podcast with Paige, but like I went to your apartment a couple weeks ago and there was a stack of books up to the size of my head on you continue.
Oh, wow. Oh, I thought it was in front of the door. Dan's like, nobody's allowed in, okay? I'm doing drugs.
I want to do research, and I'm seeing all of the active things you're doing behind the scenes. So I know that. And like I said in the last episode, the Brooke that I have known is not that person, but acknowledging that there's always more growth to be done is beautiful. And
I think sometimes too, there's like a lot of shame sometimes, like like to be ignorant. Like sometimes people don't want to ask questions and stuff because they feel like it's like, oh, you're too old to not know this. But like obviously like there, you know, I was a Republican or whatever. Like I didn't know anything about politics until I was like an adult. You know what I mean? I didn't know anything.
Famous last words.
About what I was talking about, but I wanted people to think
I mean, like, what you didn't erase it. Tana, I mean, Brooke, you did the biggest fool's fucking mistake. You didn't erase your past. After she got outed for it, she could have erased it. Now it's been screenshotted to no end. But she got big and she didn't hide her like racist ways. She's like George Zimmerman for president. Okay. Okay, she's like was way into the phenomenon of George Zimmerman. Okay, the hunter.
I knew what I was talking about.
Me every day.
That's and that's the thing. It's like it comes down like to what, like a common theme on Canceled anyway. Is just like my need for validation and attention and people to think I'm smart and you know what I mean. So like that.
I promise nobody's fucking thinking that. That's insane. That's like me saying.
Different Armageddon, and I also just have a lot to say about the hate towards Paige and.
All right, I say it now or I'm gonna fucking leave.
Women in general on the internet right now. In a second, and my thoughts on.
And don't get it twisted. I always thought, like, you know, my whole life, I always thought, like, you know, I didn't realize. It took me a long time to realize that, like, most men out here are the biggest bitches. Not all of them, but most of them, okay? They have the most problems. Biggest emotional guys, okay?
On that and some things that I feel like I've.
And, like, you know, I've learned from doing this stream, you know, after the nice things I've said, the only, you know, most of my audience is the gals, okay?
Learned.
You guys get me. I'm going to change.
In the past couple weeks that I don't necessarily think I was.
But I guess the ladies have been real catty towards, you know, her friends.
Thinking about
which is glorious.
Before all of this. But I'm just happy to have you back on this couch. And
I'm happy to be back. And I just want to, like, there's no, I said this on TikTok also, but like there's no definitive end. Like there's no like time when you just know everything that you know. So obviously there's things like I'm going to continue learning down the line. And I have learned, and you know what I mean? It's like, there's always going to be more, and I, of course, am doing it. And again, like you said, I don't want it to to seem like I'm doing it because I got caught or because I got canceled. Like, I really, truly, like, I had like so many people who were so helpful to me and like explained their experiences like from their end and stuff, and it was eye opening. It was like it was special, and I like.
Tina's like. Fucking hitting that fucking electric death right now. She can't get enough of it. That was a double hit, man. She didn't get enough out of the first one.
It was like, it was eye opening. It was like, it was special, and I don't.
She's not even listening. That's the face of somebody that stopped listening minutes ago.
Like,
they probably cut a scene out of here. They probably cut a scene out. Brooke's been going on for 10 minutes doing circles around her stupid words.
It was eye opening. It was like, it was special, and I don't know. I do feel like there's a lot that I've learned from this situation.
She also looks like she has a case of the cold sore all over her fucking lips. She's got like frozen dead people lips, purple nerps.
And it makes.
What is that with the hat? Take the hat off. What are you afraid to show your fucking eyes? That means like you're over there laughing the whole time. To me, if you're, oh my God, that scared the fuck out of me.